Hi, Shalonda Gordon here, also known as the Online Marketing Angel. Wanted to stop by today to talk to you guys about pretty much prospecting 101, just the basics of prospecting. Okay guys, if you're on a team and you have great support, you really don't have to worry about the close. Okay, you just have to worry about getting the individual to the overview, getting the individual to reviewing the information about your amazing company. Right? You don't really have to worry about the close, at least if you have the correct upline. Okay, if you don't and you do have to worry about closing your own prospects, we'll get into that later on into another video. Yet today we're just going to talk about the basics of what you need to know when you're initially starting out, you're initially going to prospect with individuals. Okay, the first thing that kind of got from Danny Johnson and a few others, you take from a lot of different individuals and you learn and come forward with that. And this is what I've implemented into my business, okay, which I hope will work for you as well, is I use FORM, F-O-R-M. You may have heard me talk about it before in another video. You're going to form them, and while you're forming them, you're asking them a series of questions, okay? And these questions help you to determine whether your opportunity is even a solution to their situation. Because realize your business is not for everybody. You shouldn't just share it with anybody and everybody you run into, because some individuals, one, already have their own business, two, could care less about what your business is and really don't want to hear anything about it, and three, it may not even be a solution, or they might not even be ready at this point to start a business, and it might hinder their progress or what they're trying to do right now in their lives. Okay guys, so in order to determine whether or not they are a good prospect for you, first you need to kind of interview them. Just like if you went to a job to get hired, they would interview you first. Or if you were hiring somebody, you would interview them first. Same situation. And I use FORM in my interview process. So as I'm determining whether or not what I have to offer is even a solution to their problem or to their current situation. And again, with FORM, F is family. So I ask them about their family life, if they have family, if they maybe have child support, because as you know, I'm like the one with the new child support system. So if they have child support, they have kids they need to take care of, they have maybe parents they're taking care of, but they have family, you know, what's the situation concerning the family? And then with O, their occupation. What are you currently doing? Do you like what you're doing? Okay, and then if they do like it, okay, great. Well, how long have you been doing that? It tells you a little bit about the person. Exactly what does that job entail? What do you do? What do you do with that you do? You know, how do you do that job? Okay, it tells you a little bit about the person, what they're good at, what they like to do. Especially if they like their job and they tell you what they're doing, it will give you an idea of the kinds of things they like to do. Okay, R, recreation. So what do you do for fun? Do you travel? Do you play golf? Do you go out and play football? You know, do you like going to NBA basketball games? You know, what exactly do you do for fun? Okay, and then you begin to ask about those things. Now, as they're telling you their recreation, now it is, okay, so how many times do you go to NBA basketball games? Or how many chances do you get to play golf? Do you get to play once a week or, you know, twice a year? I mean, how many times are you doing that? Okay, and then we go on to M. M is motivation. What motivates them? Okay, so, you know, you say you want to start your own business, but what's motivating you to do so? Why are you motivated to start your own business? What is it that you want your business to accomplish in your life? Okay, so you want to know these things about your prospect so that you know, for one, if they're even a fit for your business. Okay, and if not, you might find that maybe your product would be a solution to something they're going through or something they need. They might not really be in a place to build a business, but they might be in a place to become a preferred customer of yours. Okay, and now you have a lot of information to work with in making that determination. Okay, now, while you're also having this conversation, you're asking the questions, you're building a relationship, guys. Network marketing is about relationships. I don't know how many times, you know, I've heard that and how many times we say it, yet even in the way I'm approached sometimes with businesses, it's evident that they could care less about a relationship, what's going on in my life. I barely get a hi. You know, it's pretty much this is my business, look at it. Oh, okay, but I don't even know who you are, right? So I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So you want to understand this is about relationship building, which is why when you're prospecting, you're forming them. You're finding out about them, you know, sharing a little bit about you as well and really finding out about them. Now, guys, the main key to this one-on-one situation right now, the main thing is that you listen. Take notes. Have yourself a little scrap notepad where you're writing down what they're saying. You know, I'm an electrician. I like being an electrician because I get to do ABC. You write that down, okay? I really want to build a business because I have child support and I need to help take care of that. Write that down. Listen to what they're saying. Don't just ask the questions and then be thinking about what you're going to say next while they're answering you. Ask a question and listen, okay? If you don't know what you're going to ask next, write it down so that when they're speaking, you're listening to them. I cannot tell you that how many times in this industry I actually did not listen and how many individuals I lost out on because I really wasn't listening to them. I was just hearing myself talk. Today in my business and over the last couple of years in my business, I have been listening and it has changed everything. I think you'll even find if you talk to 10 people and you weren't listening, you got your 10 no's because they can pretty much tell you weren't listening, that if you take another 10 and listen, that you will see signups in your business today. Okay, guys, so that's just a little quick stuff on prospecting. You're listening. If you find that they have a fit, they are a fit for your business, and that you know, without it, you know that your business could be a solution to their problem, go ahead, send them to the presentation, and schedule your follow-up. And we'll talk about following up next time or another time in one of these videos. But thank you so much for your time. Remember, listen, listen, listen. Have an amazing day and keep smiling.